What's up, people? Rob Barrington back here for another weekly challenge. A 4-dayer again this week, guys. Sorry, my schedule keeps getting surprisingly busy and weird. So doing my best to get all these out there. But I kind of like what we did last week, and I'm just going to do the same thing. 12 boards, ACBL match points. I love these. I do these kind of. The reason I like the 12 board ACBL ones is the competition level is a little bit higher, so the scores maybe are a little more realistic. It's tougher to win. It's easier to win. It's tougher to win. It's easier to win because you get more boards to kind of prove your worth. So if you're an above average player, you're going to do well in the long run. But it's the competition's a little better, and I get to play 12 boards rather than 8. I'll play a ton of those 8 board ones too, though. So I mean, I love playing bridge still. So this is fun for me. So when we're in this tournament, we're going to be playing match points, and we're going to be playing against other players this time, not just the robots at our table, but one player will have this hand at every other table with the other robots. So let's start dancing. Our partner actually on board 1 here opens 3 diamonds. And let me tell you something about the robots. I can't guarantee this always. And, non-vulnerable, anything could go in any situation usually, but I'm in my experience with the robots, they're rarely terrible with their opening preemptive bids at the 3 level. They might be sometimes. I've seen some real whack job hands, and I just consider those outliers. For the most part, they're pretty solid with their choices. The reason I'm saying this here is I'm considering bidding 3 no trump because I think I can get 9 tricks in if partner has a good diamond suit. Even if partner has like ace jack 7th, we're still not the worst case to develop tricks, or maybe they just have some sort of way we can get over there outside of the diamond suit in some situations. So here, because they're disciplined and because of I just have really good cards here. The only suit I have any sort of inkling of a wide open suit is clubs, but really I'm probably more worried about hearts here. If they lead a heart, I only have 1 stopper. Clubs, I'm not worried. I have some length, and I mean, unless something weird is happening, I'm okay with that one. But maybe we get to 9 tricks before they get to anything, and it's worth the risk in here. And here it is, folks. Thank you, Robot, for proving me right. What a hand. That is 7 rippers right there. We have 2 aces. We wish they let a spade, and we're going to give them a chance to do that. Again, let me just tell you what I'm thinking in this particular spot. Kind of weird that they hopped up with the king here. When I can count all my winners, I can only count 9 right now, okay? And that's 7 diamonds. All right, let me show you this. 7 diamonds and 2 aces, ace of spades and the ace of hearts over here. Okay, so that's 9 winners. I can afford to duck this usually, and I can still afford to do it, and hope they don't return a club, or hope that they return. I don't know. Like, hang on, let me make that decision in a second. But here, the most important thing we do is we count to 9, right? So we know we're going to make this thing. The question is, if we play low, what's the worst case scenario? Well, the worst case scenario, I guess the worst case one would be they lead a spade through, we take a finesse. It loses, and then they have a club situation where they can take 3 tricks. So it is a little dangerous to consider ducking this, and that is why I believe, and in this spot as well, I'm thinking about what's going on at other tables. What is the garden variety player doing here when it goes 3 diamonds past to them? I think a lot of people are going to bid 3-0, so I don't think I'm really in a contract that's unique in this situation. I'm going to find it a little safer to play the ace of hearts just because of this. If I play low and they have kind of like the perfect run here, I just don't want to see that happen when I could have just taken 9 tricks, especially because we're live, or live-ish here. So let's play these diamonds. Let's see what's happening with the count here. Okay, they were 2-2. When I play these diamonds, I'm going to play hearts initially. All right, I know that's a suit I don't have tricks in. There's a club to my right. There's a spade to my right. There's a spade to my left. So let's keep this count here, and we can do this. We have a little scratch pad. Ooh, don't let me forget one thing here, folks. Sorry about this. It's helpful to have the trick counter up here for us. So at this point, we also can maybe count spades. So what I'm doing in my head, and it's just so I know what I might need to do. The only suit I would consider playing and have a decision with after I play diamonds is spades. And it's a match point situation, so an extra trick is an extra trick. It's much more worthwhile in this format as opposed to imps where we wouldn't care, right? We would have played this really quickly. I see that we started with 5 spades, so in my head I would see these 2 spades here and I would say, okay, There are 7 now, right? And I'm just going to keep that number. I don't really care about hearts. I don't really care about clubs unless I see an honor flash out there. There's another spade, so that's now in my head. I'm at 8. All right. And now diamond. Here I can pitch a spade, and there's 9. All right, so 9 spades total. There's 4 left. Who has what? Is it worth this? If we play a spade to the queen, they're entitled to 2 clubs and whatever hearts they have left, which means we could go down 1. So here, even though this could be an extra trick, I'm not necessarily willing to risk this on board number 1. So here, I'm going to play ace of spades. And I can't, you know what? I'm going to play a club here just in case something weird's happening. Okay, that might have been helpful, but unlikely. It was onside. That's too bad. All right, so the king of spades was onside. They probably have a spade and a heart left, I would guess. I can safely pitch all this stuff here, and there it is. All right, so making 3, and here, let's jump over and take a look at the result here. 53.6. Other tables, 2 people made 4. They had the same auction, obviously. They ducked. Oh my God. If we ducked, they just plunked down the king of spades. Are you serious? What? That's amazing. If we duck a heart, they just plunk the king of spades on the table. That's pretty awesome. Yeah. So this is the situation I'm worried about in clubs to some degree. Maybe more of like what you're worried about is clubs is excuse me if I can get this right. You're worried about like this length in clubs behind you, right? Even though I guess they can't take everything with the 10-9. You have the spots to kind of take one trick usually in these spots, but here if they get couple of tricks, right? So if they let a spade and the king is off, right? So in this situation, what I'm thinking as I'm playing this is worst case. I want to think worst case. So when it goes king, my right hand opponent's on lead, which means they can lead a spade through. And if the king is here, I would probably take a finesse at this point, and just hope it wins. It's kind of low risk because I still have 9 tricks in the bank. But here, if it goes to the king, and it's really bad for me. Now the ace jack is here in clubs. It can go club through, and now that's 5 tricks before I've taken any. So here, on board 1, securing this was nice. Let's see, did they do the same thing? No, they won ace of hearts. Did they? Yeah, they ran diamonds, and then they might have taken a spade finesse. Let's take a look. There it is. That is a match point play. Well done, Pine Bent there. The other result was kind of just a funky one, right? If you duck it, they just... They just lead that king of spades. Lovely. Okay, let's jump into board 2. Yeah, look at this one. Nice. This is a 17 count. And sorry, let me just, I'm noticing where we are in this. We're tied for 3rd. Notice we didn't do anything we didn't risk our contract, and we're still doing very well, right? So in this case, it's not a disaster, but no, there was a couple people that did a little better, but that's still just board 1. Lots of stuff to go. You want to be around this number always, right? Even if you don't feel like you were perfect on the board. If you're like 43%, that's good, right? Especially if you feel like you didn't play it well. You're going to do fine if you keep those results. What you really don't want are lots of zeros, right? Those are the killers, and don't worry, you're going to get your fair share of those as well. Recover and continue to the next decision. Here we have a 5-5 hand. We open the higher ranking suit always, and we're in a game force, so let's take our time with this one. We hope partner doesn't have really good clubs. So we're just going to start describing our hand. Partner bids 2 spades. Okay, so this is very nice. I wish we played something called exclusion keycard here. I could jump to 5 clubs, and it would be let's not stay on the 5 level there. It would be, in fact, a exclusion keycard. It would say, hey, partner, tell me the keycards you have in your hand outside of the club suit. It's really useful when you have voids like this. I'm just going to bid 3 diamonds. I'm going to bid 3 clubs. That's a Q bid, ace of clubs. Yes. That is a Q bid, biddable clubs, king of clubs. No ace of diamonds, no ace of hearts. That's not surprising. I'm going to key card, find out about the king of spades. That's 2 or 5 key cards, no queen. So we know exactly what that is. That's the king of spades and the ace of clubs and maybe the king of clubs. Let's bid 5, no trump, see what they have to say. There's the king of clubs. I would guess they have ace, king of clubs, king of spades. We don't have the king of diamonds, unfortunately. That would be a useful card to know about as well. I'm just going to sign off in 6 spades and figure we did okay to get to slam on this one. Bidding Grand Slam without the ability to kind of count to 13 doesn't make a ton of sense unless you kind of need a swing. This time, partner has really good diamonds for us. Okay, so here in a normal auction, folks, this is kind of weird. After I bid 3 clubs, and let me just remind you of the auction. So it went, let me scroll on the right screen. We opened a spade, 2 clubs, 2 diamonds, natural, right? 4 cards, no extra values, no denial of extra values, right? 2 spades, my partner. Okay, we have a fit. When I bid 3 clubs, if that's what they took it as, and here it says they're taking it as a control bid. In expert circles, this would not necessarily be a control bid here, right? But I like that the robot does it this way. I actually recommend it to advancing players that are not familiar with this. If you have a game force and you have a fit in a major, I don't mind having this sort of agreement because at least it's very hard on its surface anyway. It makes it a little easier to wrap your head around if you keep that rule. They should bid 3 diamonds now, folks. All right, so now let's go back to their hand. If they did it the correct way, which is when you make a control bid, you show first or second round control in the suit you're bidding. So if I bid 3 clubs, a normal player that understands that agreement that bids controls first or second would show control in diamonds. And now we have our chances, right? Now we have a chance to play at a higher level. I mean, spades could break badly here, and we could just be not making anything. So here we'll win this ace of hearts. We're going to play ace of spades. Very nice. I'm actually going to play the queen of spades, and I'm going to end in dummy so I can cash those 2 clubs. All right, and we're going to do that here. Boom, boom. Ace of clubs, pitch a heart. King of clubs, pitch that last heart, and then we're going to play a low diamond to the ace, folks. Recognize this situation. There are 2 competing rules here. One of them is high card short side, right, which on that side of the table only had 4 diamonds. We have 5 over here. So that rule says we should play the king of diamonds first. But when you have the top 3 honors divided between the 2 hands, always play the honor from the hand that has 2 of them first. And that's just in case we get some information. Maybe one player shows out. Righty in this situation. If East shows out, we have a marked finesse for that jack of diamonds. Here, we know the suit's breaking, so it doesn't matter. So I can just claim 9, 10, 11, right? We started with 9. That is 10. That is 11. 12, 13. We have the king, queen. Boom, boom. That is making 7. And we will take that. That should be kind of average. Actually, it's not too average. It's 78.6%. We guess we're still third here. Ooh, no, we leapfrog somebody. Pretty normal slam to get to. No one bid 7, which is a good sign here. This hand, folks, this is a hand that is really tailor-made for this 2/1 system that we love to play, right? We get to know we're in a game force right away, so we slow down and show our diamonds. And then our partner gets to show us their fit, and we have a nice, tidy auction. And recognize that here, we don't have to go jumping around and show extra values. We can eventually just bid for no trump or make some control bids to show these extra values. And a hand like this has to understand this south hand here. You have 17 high card points and a void. Now, it's a void in a suit partner showed some values in, but not necessarily the worst sort of thing to be facing a game-forcing response, right? You're looking at about 30 points high card before you even talk about any of your shape and fits, right? So here, it's at least worthy of an exploration, and with that cooperation from partner, we dance and slam. All right, last board of the day, folks. Let's see if we can tie these off pretty well with this third result. This is the most automatic one no trump bid I've ever seen. Now, I know some of you out there are going, but you have a 5-card spade suit. What are you doing? Go back and watch hundreds of these videos, folks. This is not a time to open 1 spade. You just open 1 no trump when you're balanced with 15 to 17. When you have 17, you can open a spade and then rebid 2 no. You're still showing a balanced hand here. And in this situation, you get to actually do a little balancing with 2 spades. We're not vulnerable. We've opened 1 no trump, and now we can be very confident we've gotten the message across to our partner, and we will defend 3 hearts. I like that we get to defend some hands in these. Partner leads the 3 of spades. So they either have a singleton or they have 3 of them. Either way, I think, well, I'm obviously going to win the king of spades. And I don't really think I can safely lead anything. And I don't really need to lead trump. The reason we would lead trump in situations is if we fear that the dummy here is going to be roughing, right? The short hand, the short trump hand. And here, there are 4 triple 3 in this dummy over here. So there's no trumps happening over there. So here I'm going to play the ace of spades. Okay, partner had queen and one. I see. So they're leading low from that. So here I'm going to play low. So I hope partner knows what's going on here. Or maybe partner has the 10 of spades. I don't know. This could just be partner false carding. But here, if partner does have a doubleton, it's super weird that they didn't lead the queen. So I'm almost 100% that partner has the 10 of spades. But if for some reason they are in fact void, I want to tell them what to lead back to me. This would be a suit preference situation if they are roughing in this spot. So here, I would play the 2 of hearts because there are 2 suits that are relevant for partner's return if they are in fact roughing. Diamonds and clubs. The 2 signifies I want the lower ranking of the 2 remaining suits led, and I really want that because I have the king jack sitting over that queen. So this is a fun signals hand. Now, I'll tell you this. The robot doesn't know any of these signals and is not going to figure this out at all. I'm going to wipe off my glasses while I see the 10 of spades. I mean, that's almost guaranteed, folks. And, you know, it's pretty easy to figure out because partner would have led queen from queen small there, especially in our suit here. They've led a diamond to the 10. Oh, that stinks. Here, who knows what tech partner's playing here, but this would normally be a count signal. Second hand low, folks. Let partner win in honor if they have it. Okay, they saw that first signal we made. Nice. This is nice because we've cleared out our club trick before they get to play all their diamonds. What do I do here? It went to the jack and queen. Yeah, I'm going to play the ace of hearts. I'm going to play the king of clubs. And then I'm going to exit a club and hope they lead a diamond. They're going to play hard. I don't think there's anything else we can do, but that's down 1. And that's what we do when we get rid of I don't know if they had a pitch on that diamond suit, but here if we get rid of that, we do pretty well. I'm wondering why we did not do well. It's probably because some people opened a spade. There it is. No. I'm happy though. Honestly, this is like a poker situation. Whenever I play I don't play as much poker as I used to, but I played a lot of poker, and I actually learned quite a bit from some of the bridge players that I know as well. I'm not upset when I see this because it means I'm in a field of people that open 1 spade with this hand, and I like those odds. Okay, so I'm not upset in this situation. If we defend hearts, I don't think we can do any better. Yeah, we're just we're nipping them 1 pretty much always. But if you open a spade, somehow they stay out of the auction. It's usually the opposite. When you open a no trump, they usually kind of sidestep. But here, lefty just passes, I guess. Okay, all right. So super weird, folks, but I'm happy, right? I'm when I see someone call one of my bets and win, I'm happy to lose at the poker table because I'm like, okay, I'll see you later, my friend. So here, not upset at all to get 32.1% for being totally normal. And I like to play defense. So that's it for the first 3 boards, folks. We have 9 left to go over the next 3 days. Join me for those. And this will be a fun one tomorrow. Let's dance. All right, guys, I'll see you there.